Hello students, today our topic is material cost control. We have already studied about the three elements of cost. The three elements of cost are material, labor and overheads, in which material is important part of cost. It constitutes about 50 to 60% of the total cost that we can understand by an example. Suppose the example is of chair. Chair is made of wood. Now the most of the part of the chair is wooden, and wood is material which constitutes about 50 to 60% of total cost of that chair. If chair is made of steel, then steel is the material which is used in making the chair. So it is a material cost is actually a prime part of the total cost of production of manufacturing enterprises. It involves a large amount of investments of funds which might be used for other purpose. Thus, the importance of material management in manufacturing concern can hardly be overemphasized. It plays a vital role in the spheres of cost reduction and cost control by bringing about proper coordination between various departments and the concern in creating a wholesome environment in the industry as a whole. The term material control is of great importance, encompassing within its scope all the activities relating to purchasing, receiving, and inspection, and storekeeping and inventory control, material handling, accounting, and controlling materials in an optimum manner so as to provide a pre-decided service to the customers at a minimum cost. Now, why there is need for material control? The there is what is the object behind the material control? Why do we control the material? So the basic objective of effective material control system is to enable management to place an order at the right time from the right source and to acquire the right quantity of the right quality at the right place. To achieve this objective, the materials management department has to support the objectives of the undertaking as a whole. The main objectives are to maintain continuity of production or operation by ensuring flow of materials when needed. Number 2, to reduce capital and recurring expenditure. Number 3, to release working capital. Number 4, to reduce material cost and to contribute towards reduction of cost of production or operation and overall costs. Number 5, to assist in the production of improved products. Number 6, to increase the competitiveness of the end products. Number 7, to ensure the right quality of the end products. Number 8, to stabilize and reduce the prices of manufactured items. Number 9, to maximize defense potential with the resources available within the country. Number 10, to increase earning of foreign exchange to greater competitiveness. Number 11, to save foreign exchange through economy. So there are many objectives, direct and indirect, so that we should control the material. Now, what are the essential requirements of material control? There should be proper coordination among the departments involved in buying, receiving, inspection, shortage, traffic and accounting. Number 2, there should be centralization of purchasing under the control of competent buyer. Number 3, there should be proper scheduling of materials requirements. Number 4, proper classification of materials with codes, material standardization and simplification. Number 5, the use of standard forms of orders, requisitions, etc., upon which only properly written instructions are acceptable. Number 6, the operation of a system of internal check to ensure that all transactions involving materials and equipments are checked by properly authorized and independent persons. Number 7, the storage of materials is a well planned and kept in properly designated locations subject to adequate safeguards and supervision. Number 8, the operation of a system of storage control an issue so that there will be delivery of materials upon requisition to departments in the right amount at the time they are needed. The operation of a system of perpetual inventory so that it is possible to determine at any time the amount and value of each kind of material in stock, fixing maximum, minimum recording levels of stock, adequate records to control materials during production and the quantities manufactured for stock, regular reports to management of materials purchased, issued from stock, inventory balances, obsolete stock, goods returned to vendors, and spoiled or defective items, properly handling of materials, effective traffic management while establishing materials requirements. In addition to the above, every inventory item or class of item must be analyzed periodically to determine forecasted usage for the next month, quarter, or year, acquisition lead time, planned usages during the lead time, quantity on hand, and units in order. Now, why there is need to control the materials? Actually, the fast developing Indian economy has placed before the materials manager a tremendous challenge and responsibility. In many organizations, materials form the largest single expenditure item. Thus, the importance of materials control lies in the fact that any significant contribution made by the materials manager in reducing materials cost will go a long way in improving the profitability and the rate of return on investment. Such increase in profitability no doubt can be effected by increasing sales. But due to increased competition and government restrictions on expansion, this alternative is not easily achieved. In fact, as market pressure intensifies, organizations will be forced to cut down the cost, and here the materials control steps in to play his role. Materials control provides tools and techniques, most of which are very simple, to reduce material cost substantially. In addition to reducing material cost, efficient material control can also bring about reduction of foreign exchange requirements by getting the maximum value out of the available foreign exchange. Optimum utilization of all the available resources and the avoidance of all types of waste, especially raw material, is required for an ambitious program of economic development. From time to time, we have to place cuts on import of capital equipment and supplies due to shortage of foreign exchange. A proper system of material control would help in deriving the greatest possible benefit out of the imported as also home produced materials and would to that extent reduce the need for imports. Thus, we can say that material control is very essential and needful for the developing country like India, and we should take proper steps to control the material. There are certain techniques are also there, uh, which have by which we can do the material control. But there is one integrated concept of material control. Organizations which have gone in a big way for the integrated materials management, there are certain following advantages. Those who follow the material control, they have certain advantages for that, and they have better accountability for that through centralization of authority and responsibility for all aspects of material functions, a clear cut accountability is established. Better coordination in all the departments and functions, there is better contributions like bike department, inspection department, stores department, they all have proper coordination. There is better performance by all of them. As all the interrelated functions are integrated organizationally, greater speed and accuracy results in communication, and need for materials is promptly brought to notice by materials planning is also there, and there is adaptability to EDP, economic data processing. So we have discussed the objectives and meaning of material control. That's all for today. Thank